Hello dear friends, this is Dr. Diptesh Patel and I'll be teaching you jet propulsion and aircraft engineering. In this video session, I'm going to cover a lecture 1 for fundamental of gas dynamics, in which we are going to study different laws and different principles of gas dynamics that would help us to understand the overall process of jet propulsion and aircraft engineering. So this is basically a tool to understand the various jet propulsion processes. Now in this video session we are going to see uh, different contents that start with the introduction, in which we are going to learn what is gas dynamics, then a study of wave motions, which is very important, a phenomena that takes place in compressible flow, and stagnation conditions and parameters, in which we are going to see a stagnation enthalpy for this video session. So these are the outlines of today's video session. Now let's saddle up. Let's start with the introductions of gas dynamics. So here in this slide you will see the concept of gas dynamics. Basically it's concerned with the motion of gases and its effect. So gas dynamic basically concerned with the compressible flow that is takes place in the fluid. Now gas dynamic is a study of compressible flow when it is in motion. So here we are going to study a flow of various gases and vapors, which is considered as a compressible fluid, and here we are going to analyze the high speed flow of the compressible flow fluid with considering its compressibility. Now gas dynamics, it basically a little bit differ than the fluid dynamics. In fluid dynamics, what we learn, we study the various fluids or fluid motion by considering its external forces. But in gas dynamic, we are going to consider the thermal and chemical effect as well. So it's slightly differ than the fluid dynamics. If you have like any doubt, you can write down in the comment box that how does it differ than the fluid dynamics. But these two are the subfield of fluid mechanics, which is the prerequisite to understand this concept. Now let's move forward to the applications of gas dynamics. Gas dynamics offers a range of applications from different field, since mechanical engineering to aeronautical engineering. So it has a applicability in both different fields, mechanical and aeronautical engineering. Here of some of these are mentioned in this slide. You can see the first one is a steam and gas turbine. Now flow of a steam and gas takes place inside the turbine for the power generation processes. Both of these are used to generate the power or to create the mechanical energy. So the flow of steam and gas that is takes place inside the turbine through the blade is a wide range to understand the area of gas dynamics. Since they both are compressible flow, we need to study thoroughly to understand the gas dynamics. So the flow takes place inside the steam and gas turbine is relevant to or belong to the gas dynamics. Then second one is a high speed aerodynamics. Now in aerodynamics engineering, we need to understand the flow of air surrounding the vehicles. For examples, the plane which is flying over the through the surrounded by the air, which has different effects of the air which is flowing over it. So in high speed aerodynamics, we need to understand what would be the effect of air on the aircraft body, and this is a special area which is belong to aerodynamics engineering. Then third application is a jet and rocket propulsion. Now these applications that we are going to learn in these subjects detail. So in which we are going to study the various jets, engine, and different types of the rocket engine. So here it is mostly relevant to the field of gas dynamics, since the jet and rocket engine use the gas turbine or the gas engine, in which the gases are generated which has a higher pressure and these high pressure gases are converting into the high velocity. So the flow of the gases which is takes place from the combustion chamber to the nozzle is closely relevant to the different types or different applications of the gas dynamics. And the last application is a high speed turbo compressor. In turbo compressor, the air is flowing uh, inside the compressor, which gets compressed by either like rotary applications or maybe a reciprocating applications. So the flow of air which is takes place inside the compressor, especially in the high speed turbo compressor, is also relevant to the gas dynamics. So these are the different applications of gas dynamics which is relevant to the gas dynamics. And other than that, it offers a range of application which is useful to understand, especially by getting through the gas dynamics. Now let's move forward to the study of wave motion. Even if you start learning the gas dynamic or the compressible fluid, you need to understand what is wave motion. Basically, it's a medium, right? It's a moment in medium in which the disturbance which is takes place at one place is which would relative to the medium. For examples, that any disturbance takes place at given point would be affect the other reference point by the help of the wave motion or by the help of the wave front. So basically, motions of the wave which is takes place from one place to another place, which is relevant to the study of wave motions. Now this phenomenon is very important, like the special phenomenon of the wave propagation. By considering incompressible fluid, it is responsible for the marked departure in the nature of analysis between, especially for the compressible and incompressible flow. So wave motions is very important to be understood before we start the gas dynamics, before we go through the different types of the stagnation conditions, stagnation parameters, and even different types of the flow that is takes place in the gas dynamic. So in short, wave motions is basically a disturbance which takes place from one given point to another reference point through the medium. Okay, now let's understand what are the different types of the waves that takes place, especially in closed passages. Now in closed passages, the first wave that is takes place is infinitesimal pressure wave, which is also known as the sound waves. Then second one is a non-steep pressure waves with finite amplitude, which has a finite amplitude. Then third one is a steep pressure wave, which is also known as shock waves. And the fourth one is a expansion wave. In expansion wave, the pressure of the waves is lower than the fluid which is into which it is flowing, and conversely you can explain the compressible waves as well. In compressible waves, the pressure of the waves which is higher than the fluid into which it is flowing. So these are the different types of the waves which occurs into the closed passages. Now let's move forward to the stagnation condition and parameters. Now stagnation conditions is basically occurs or it takes place when the fluid is brought to rest. So stagnation point is obtained by deaccelerating a gas isentropically to zero velocity at zero elevations. And this is very important factor to be understood for the gas dynamic, because the stagnation condition or even the stagnation state of the compressible flow is used as a reference state here. So stagnation state, it is takes place when the velocity is brought to zero. Even Bernoulli has proven that the static pressure is highest when the velocity is zero, when the velocity is brought to rest. And we can understood that concept by doing the the Bernoulli theorem or Bernoulli experiment. Now in stagnation condition, we have to understand the different parameters. So let's start with the stagnation enthalpy. stagnation enthalpy of a gas is a nothing but a enthalpy when the flow of the fluid is isentropically decelerated to zero velocity at zero elevation. So it could be compressible flow, it could be gas, it could be vapor, but when you brought the flow into rest, when you decelerate the velocity to zero at zero elevation, is known as stagnation enthalpy. Now let's find out stagnation enthalpy in detail. In this diagram, you can see the velocity c, pressure p, and temperature T is brought to almost zero velocity in infinitesimal large container or chamber. So if you derive that things in equations, let's go through the equations which is used to obtain the stagnation enthalpy. Now the diagram that we have seen is been defined in two different stages: initial stage or the first stage, and the final stage or the second stage. So for the first stage, let's consider enthalpy H1 is equal to H, then elevation Z1 is equal to Z, and velocity C1 is equal to C. Similarly, for the final stage, let's consider H2, enthalpy H2 is equal to HO, elevation Z2 is equal to 0, and velocity C2 is equal to 0, and that is for the final stage in equation. Here, let's get it understand that HO is a stagnation enthalpy and small h is a static enthalpy. Z is elevation and C is a fluid velocity. So now we are going to use this parameter to obtain the equations for the stagnation enthalpy. So the value of stagnation enthalpy HO is obtained from the above parameters, and you can write down HO is equal to H plus ZZ plus 1 divided by 2 C square. Now in whole equations you can see HO is the stagnation enthalpy, H is the static enthalpy, ZZ that represent the elevation, gravity and the elevation, and C is a fluid velocity. But here the elevation ZZ, the magnitude or the values of Gz is very small as compared to the other quantities, as compared to the static enthalpy, as compared to the fluid velocity, and therefore it could be neglected. So the whole equation can be rewrite as HO is equal to H plus 1 divided by 2 C square, where HO is a stagnation enthalpy, H is a static enthalpy, and C is a fluid velocity. So this is the equations to obtain the stagnation enthalpy. This is all at the moment. If you have any doubt, you can write down in the comment box. We are going to see a different stagnation conditions and different parameters in a next video session. So thank you very much for attending this session. Thank you.